Good morning, everybody, and this is the Good Morning Show. I'm Chris, your host, and if it looks like I'm not awake, you are correct. I've only been up for about 20 minutes. I overslept this morning. So we're going to be winging this, so please bear with me as we get through some news today, because I'm going to be finding it as we're going. So let's go ahead. Pop that down real quick. What do we have? Not it. Looking for stuff. Okay, here we go. This comes from WDW News Today. Walt Disney World now accepting reservations for VIP tours, resuming August 16th. Walt Disney World theme parks reopening. VIP tours are also returning with reservations currently available. Scott Gustin reported the update on Twitter with the first available date to book being Sunday, August 16th. Gustin added that guests can book VIP tours. Hey, good morning, Candy Mom. Up to 60 days in advance. Currently, tours listed on Walt Disney World's website includes the Ultimate Day of Thrills VIP Tour, the Ultimate Disney Classic VIP Tour, Ultimate Night of Adventure VIP Tour. Guests can also create a custom experience with the private VIP Tour. The Taste of Magic Park VIP Tour is currently listed as unavailable. Separate park admission is required. Private VIP tours can be booked by calling 407-560-4033, while Ultimate tours can be booked by calling 407-939-PLAY. Thanks, Candy Mom. So yeah, Disney has opened up their VIP tours. Well, not yet. It's August 16th is when they'll be bringing the VIP tours back. So, all right. So once again, like I said, I'm winging this because I just woke up 20 minutes ago. I overslept. So let's see. We're looking for stuff. If you want to know how I do this, I try to stay away from like the normal media because it seems like it's always bad news. So trying to find stuff. Give me a second. I'm sorry. So unorganized today. Oh, we might cover that, but that was 8 days ago. I'm looking. All right, so we did cover a little bit of this, so let's go. This looks like it comes from Reuters. All right, union files grievance against Walt Disney World ahead of Saturday reopening. The Actors Union, representing 750 Walt Disney World performers, has filed a grievance against Orlando, Florida-based theme park alleging retaliation against its members over the union's demand that they be tested for coronavirus. Walt Disney Company plans to reopen Disney World on Saturday with attendance limits, social distancing rules, and new health and safety protocols. Florida has seen a spike in coronavirus cases in recent weeks. In June, Florida infections rose by 168%, over 95,000 new cases. The Actors Equity Association, in a statement on Thursday, said Disney had announced plans on June 23rd to recall members for rehearsals the following week. On June 25th, the union publicly stated that actors needed to be tested because they cannot practice social distancing, the statement said. But on June 26th, Walt Disney World rescinded all of its recall notices for members of the union. The union said it sent its grievances to Disney on Wednesday. 7 unions signed agreements to have their employees return to work. The Actors Equity rejected our safety protocols and have not made themselves available to continue negotiations, which is unfortunate. A Disney spokeswoman said in a statement, "We are exercising our right to open without equity performers." Yeah, I like that too. Over 19,000 people, including some workers, have signed a petition asking Disney to delay the park reopening. Unions representing workers at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, also pushed back on that park's reopening, which was scheduled for July 17th, but which the company had delayed. When Disney World reopens, guests and employees will be required to wear masks and undergo temperature checks. The resort will spin parades, fireworks displays, and other activities that create crowds. I don't know, the way it was looking, I don't even think you're going to get a very big crowd even if you did like fireworks and parades. I asked that question and I think they said they're not, but I do not know. Heaven is not a union worker, but I do know this. It's funny how some of these people signed a petition of Disney not reopening, but stop them from going to the cast member preview from the way it sounded. So obviously, you're not that worried of going back to work if you're going to the cast member previews. So, all right, let's see what else we got. I don't even know what that means. Okay, we know that. Okay, here we go. This is sometimes you're gonna come across stuff you don't like. All right, so this comes from Pirates and Princesses. Walt Disney World's social distancing seems a little lacking in places. So, because of how big Disney is, they're going to get criticized a lot more than what places like Universal's going to. All right. And to me, the place looks so open. Even yesterday, when VP was there, it looked so open. You know, the thing is, you can't keep people away from each other. People are just drawn to each other. Walt Disney World is open for previews, and some of the new social distancing seems practically non-existent, at least at the Emporium and Magic Kingdom. Twitter user Theme Park Express was there yesterday, and some of the pics they posted look like Disney pre-pandemic. Obviously, these people haven't been to Walmart. This is just at the previews, and there doesn't appear to be a lot of kids present. Magic Kingdom opens to the general public on Saturday, and we can only imagine what kind of chaos that will bring. With Florida's coronavirus cases skyrocketing daily, many pundits are questioning the wisdom of opening theme parks during pandemics. Disneyland in California has pushed its opening back due to cast member concerns. To be fair, not all corners of Disney's parks were as crowded as the Emporium. So, yeah. Hey, Keith, thanks for coming in. Megan, hey, how you doing? So, yeah, I mean, they got pictures of people in the Emporium. And, yeah, they're not 6 feet away. But, like I said, I mean, we've all been to Walmart or anywhere, and you see this, all right, and Disney can't help this. This whole thing is thank you. This whole thing is if you don't feel safe going to Disney World or any of its parks, don't go. That's all there is to it. Just don't go. I mean, just because you don't feel
Banking is changing.
Just because you don't feel safe doesn't mean you should take that away from everybody else. So let's see. I'm looking for some more. Getting into old news. Like I said earlier, forgive me. It's now been a half hour that I woke up late. So usually I have everything ready and I know what I'm going to be talking about. And I'm actually searching through it. I don't see anything more. Let me go back and... Alright. Go. Alright, I think I looked at it. Nope. Alright, let's do some Star Wars. Alright, this comes from Screen Rants. Why Star Wars recast the original Palpatine after Empire Strikes Back? I know this. Ian McDiarmid performance as Palpatine has defied the character, but when the Emperor first appeared, he was played by multiple different actors. Actually, at one time they were gonna get a monkey or a chimp. Ian McDiarmid returned to the role of Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, making him one of the few actors to appear in all three Star Wars trilogies, but he was not the first person to play Darth Sidious in the central Skywalker saga. The conflict is generally driven by the protagonist's desire to defeat agents of the dark side of the Force, whether under the mantle of the Separatists, the Empire, or the First Order. Although he is rarely conspicuous, Palpatine has orchestrated all three of these organizations to some degree and could well be regarded as the primary antagonist of the entire series. Palpatine's villainous motives remain relatively consistent, but his depiction should shift to reflect the overall concerns of each individual trilogy. His appearance as revived clone of his former self in The Rise of Skywalker is a manifestation of the sequel trilogy preoccupation with the past and legacy. In the bureaucracy of the prequels, he plays the political game, pulling strings from the shadows, and the original trilogy, with its more elemental perspective of good versus evil, was the backdrop for Palpatine's most sinister and commanding appearances. When Palpatine first appeared before Darth Vader on a hologram in The Empire Strikes Back, he was voiced by Clive Revill and physically portrayed by Marjorie Eaton with superimposed chimpanzee's eyes. Alright, so it was chimpanzee's eyes. The scene is very brief, but the deference that Vader shows implies an even greater, more otherworldly authority than his title of Emperor would suggest. Eaton and Revill were not brought back to reprise the role, and after going through a number of potential replacements, Ian McDiarmid was cast as Palpatine in Return of the Jedi, remaining with the role for nearly 40 years. The brevity and stillness of Palpatine's screen time in The Empire Strikes Back certainly enables the experimental genre of a format shared between Revill, Eaton, and an uncredited primate. Because it was a composite image, it likely would have been difficult to achieve in any shot that was more dynamic than a single hologram. Additionally, judging from Lucas's earliest ideas of the Emperor, it seems that this vision for Palpatine became more powerful and eldritch as he went along. McDiarmid's performance in Return of the Jedi can be seen as responding to his emphasis, the Sith facet of the character, particularly through voice work that is far more idiosyncratic and memorable from Revill. So yeah, yeah, I did, Keith. I did get your message. So yes, yeah, go through here. So let's see. All right. So yeah, I kind of knew that. I knew the thing about the chimp. So yeah, it was chimp eyes. I remember it had something to do with that. Uh, look at that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm just looking through. Wow. Okay. Uh, we'll look at this. It comes from Fox News. All right. Disney World attractions hilariously break down, amusing Twitter. Even in the most magical place on earth, things can go miss. So I think we kind of seen some of this. Twitter users were left laughing when video footage surfaced of an animatronic attraction at Walt Disney World experiencing a bit of a technical difficulty and cracked themselves up remixing the gaff to music. Was it oh, it was the carousel progress. I know Dole Whip Dad is. At the parks, I have no idea, Candy Mom, who's going live. Before Disney World's grand phase reopened on Saturday, Cinema Blend reported that officials conducted a test run of the Magic Kingdom. During cast member previews of the theme park earlier this week, Twitter users reacted to Cinderella's castle makeover at Disney World. During the trial, Tomorrowland Carousel Progress reportedly ran into some troubles when the attraction main character, John, continuously shook on stage. A now viral video of the mechanical mishap has since received over 90,000 views. John Cleary has been rehearsing during his vacation time, the poster joked. John has had a really rough few months alone, trapped inside Carousel Progress. Another teased remixing clip to house music, setting a trend. Other did the same with music from Queen, Hamilton, and more. I think we actually have. I'll tell you what. Let me see. I'm gonna click one of these and see if it actually. I'm taking this horse by the. All right, we'll see which one. All right, we'll just pick this one. I'm gonna pull you up so you can see. Hopefully, bring up my display capture. Give me 1 second, please. I'm gonna make it bigger for you so you can see. Back to that. All right. Oop. Go to Twitter. That doesn't have any sound to it. Let me go to another one that had some sound. So yeah, this occasionally happens sometimes. So I think a lot of times some people make some big thing out of nothing. So I meant I've actually seen stuff where his hand fell off. Why? And they had to come in and actually do something. So hey Christina, good morning. Oh, you're finally in Indiana. Well, Darren said you guys would probably be here about 11 or 12 today. So, let's see. Not really a lot of Walt Disney news today. Oh, here we go. All right, this comes from Cinema Blend. Disney World fans have some blunt thoughts about Cinderella's castle makeover. I like it. So, Today, Walt Disney World is open for annual pass holders ahead of its grand reopening to the general public on Saturday. This means it's the first chance that many guests will have see the newly renovated Cinderella's castle up close. Announcement came in February that the castle would get a new look, and while the park closure had an impact on much of the resort's construction plan, the castle was able to be finished in time for reopening. The first pictures of the newly completed castle went live earlier this week, and as per usual, fans have some serious opinions. The new castle look is a combination of pink or rose gold on the upper portion and a more traditional stone looking at the base. It's a very striking combination, to be sure, though some feel the difference is so distant that it doesn't work together. I'm not sure I'd go so far as to say it looks unfinished, but certainly the different elements are quite striking together, and for some it might be so striking that it looks like pieces of different castles got put together. In fact, some of the other criticisms of the castle comes from along those lines. Maybe the castle looks a little less real than it once did. Most of the critical comments are at least somewhat tongue-in-cheek. That's not to say people don't take real issue with the new look, but they're also having some fun at the expense of the design. However, here are others who seem to have some very strong feelings about the new castle, and they really like it. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read some of these Twitters. So, this one. First full look at the Cinderella Castle makeover at Magic Kingdom Park opens today for selecting cast members and their guest details on the makeover. Literally looks like they didn't finish it. Alright. Understand. I don't spend much time on Twitter because it's not a nice place. Oh yeah, I think so too, Candy Mom. Kind of looks more like the Lego set now. And I've never been this disappointed with Disney. Whoever said this was okay made a serious mistake. Cinderella would never live in a rose gold castle. She wears the elegant blue dress to the ball, and the original blue and white castle matched that elegance. I think it looks stunning. Thanks. So these are some of the more positive. The castle is the focal point and the symbol of each Disney park. It's the gateway to Fantasyland, and as such, making the castle look like something out of a fantasy is the point. It's not supposed to look real. It's supposed to wow people and feel like it belongs in another world, and for some, it certainly does that. The front and back of the new renovated Cinderella Castle and Magic Kingdom at Orlando. It's so pretty. That's another tweet. What do you think of the new Cinderella Castle? Let us know in the poll below. We're not doing it. So yeah, there's gonna be mixed reactions. I mean, look, they could have brought back the Pepto-Bismol castle, but that would I think people would have been fine with this if they would have actually done that. But let's see. Looking for some more news. All right, here we go. Comes from Game Rants. New Pirates of the Caribbean movie will reference Johnny Depp and Captain Jack Sparrow on one condition. Disney will allow the new Pirate of the Caribbean movie to reference Captain Jack Sparrow and Johnny Depp if the actor current press dies down. Back in 2008, UK publisher The Sun described Johnny Depp, known best for playing Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean, as a wife beater in one of their prints. It did so in referencing to accusations Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard threw at him during their infamous divorce back in 2015 and 2017. Depp decided to retaliate against this by suing the Sun, and his libel case began this week. Amidst all of this, Disney has announced that it has planned to create a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie starring Margot Robbie. The film will feature an all-female main cast and be completely separated from the previously announced Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, helmed by the series original writer Ted Elliott. Hey, Kelly! Let's see. Birds of Prey director Kathy Van Fott to keep controversial scene in film. Jerry Bruckheimer, the producer of the original Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy and its 2 sequels, like to reference Johnny Depp and Sparrow in the upcoming Margot Robbie spinoff, but Disney is apparently hesitating and allowing it because of Depp's past being in the spotlight again. It seems the company will only give the screen light if Depp's press dies down a bit. It's worth noting that Amber Heard is on tape admitting that she's the one who abused Johnny Depp. Overall, the situation is somewhat similar to that of James Gunn when he was under fire for some questionable tweets he made in the past. Disney felt it needed to distance itself from Gunn because of the controversy surrounding him. Hopefully, Depp will get the chance to move on the same way Gunn was allowed to. So I think what happened there was, I think Gunn, that was really the cast. That they would not go on without James Gunn, or they wouldn't do another one. That's what happened. So yes, I truly believe, so they don't want to reference Captain Jack because he played by Johnny Depp. What are we coming to? I mean, here's the thing. He's an actor, all right? I understand he's had some questionable things in his past, but that doesn't mean that you got to take the character away. So, all right. Thanks for coming in, Keith. All right. Trying to take a look. Like I said, we're looking for some stuff. Okay, here we go. I think we all know this. The WDW News Today. Photos. People Mover remains closed after months of downtime at the Magic Kingdom. We've been reporting on all the Walt Disney World News social media distancing measures that this week as cast members and annual pass holders preview the parks for the official reopening on July 11th. It seems a big social distancing measure has been taken with the closure of the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. An A-frame outside of the attraction informs guests that it is not operating at this time and encourages them to visit other Tomorrowland attractions. The People Mover was also closed for the whole week leading up to Magic Kingdom's closure back in March. Disney stated no official reason for the attraction's closure at that time, though it may have had to do with a possible fire in January. All right. We did see the People Mover cars running later, though the attraction did not reopen. It's possible it will remain closed while cast members and guests get used to other social distancing measures. All right. So, yeah, the fire had nothing to do with why they're not opening. All right. The thing, I can see why the People Mover hasn't opened. Believe me, the People Mover is one of my favorite things there at Magic Kingdom. But if you remember, the People Mover is continuously moving. It doesn't stop. So the possibility is they don't have enough time to clean out of one of the vehicles before somebody gets on it. The only suggestion I would have is you might have to put cast members onto the ride cleaning the vehicles and do every other one, having them get off and get on to the next one as people are getting off and clean it as they go through the ride. Now that would take a lot of cast members because I don't know how many trains they have on the People Mover. If they had, let's say they have 20 trains, all right, I'd say I can't even tell you how many cars. I think they're 2 for each train, just 2 cars. So you would have to have 2 cast members for each section, seating sections. They'll be wiping down while they're going through them. By the time they're done, the ride isn't over. So I think it's all about trying to figure out how to clean it. So and to be safe. I don't know if they have time from the time the guest gets off that it gets around to guests getting on. I don't think it works that way. It's a tricky ride, of course, because of running continuously to actually get it. The other problem is of course, as you can see, or I'm telling you as you can see and you can't see, but you ride like an escalator up. The hand railings, holding on to the hand railings going up, that's another thing. Something hard to keep clean as well. So I really believe that's probably what it is. All right, we're going to look through for some more news. And like I said, there's not a lot today. Did that yesterday. Yeah, so I don't see right off the bat. So that, and I didn't have much time. I apologize for that. But that's it for the news today. Really didn't see a lot today, but one thing I am gonna say, this is the last day for the Good Morning Show. I apologize if you enjoy it. I know I enjoy doing it, but it's not completely going away. It will not be in the morning. I'm going to start doing it at 8:15 p.m. every night, and it's going to be called The Evening Show. And I'm trying to place it where it'll fit in between any of my lives and anything that Gonzo's got planned. So it'll be 8:15 to 9:15 if I have enough to cover a full hour. If not, we'll see what we can do. Plus, it gives me more chances of possibly having other people come on and discussing the news. So, oh yeah. So that's what's going to be happening. I've already got everything set up for it. So yeah. So it will be called The Evening Show starting Monday, 8:15 p.m. I will start doing the news in the evening instead of in the morning. I wish I could keep this up in the morning, but due to the fact that with what it looks like of me going back to work, that I'm just not going to be able to do it. I wish there would have been other stuff on here. I know I've been playing videos and everything like that. Plus, yeah. So I think the best thing that I seen was, of course, was that they're bringing back the VIP tours. So on the 16th of August. I think that's it. I tell you what, I've been doing a reaction video every day at 3 o'clock if you want to go check it out. Yesterday I did Mystic Manor from Hong Kong Disneyland. If you've never seen that ride, you need to see it. It's an amazing ride. I'm really jealous. I wish they would have brought it to the United States. So the day before that, I did the Matterhorn bobsleds. I've never been to Disneyland. I've always heard of the Matterhorn, but I never had seen what the ride looked like. I was really surprised of how old that ride is, how it kept up with all the time. It's still a really good ride. Let's see. Tonight, this is Friday, so I have nothing. No lives tonight, nothing like that. The weekend, I will be on YouTubers United with I believe Gonzo. I'm guessing Kelly's going to be on there. I don't know. I have no idea. Yes, Kelly. Yes, Mystic Manor. It's really, really cool. So, and then big Disney fan who was in here Sunday night, I'm going to be on his show at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. So that's what I got going for me. I'll be also putting out reaction videos to different rides I've never rode. They might be rides you've never rode. I've been picking them all up, usually from over in Asia and Europe, but a few have been from Disneyland, and I've got a ride from Disney California's Adventure coming up as well. It's just fun. I mean, you know, I haven't seen these rides, and it's just fun to react to them. I hope someday I get to see them in person. But I think that's gonna do it. And I want to thank you all for coming in. Thank you for supporting me, Candy Mom, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, Christina, Warren. Trying to look to see who's Mega Moves was in here. Big Disney fan, Keith. That's it. But I understand what's going on. We still got people at the park. I'm sure they're going to be doing everything that they have been. And I hope to watch today as well if I don't have other things to do. But once again, thank you. I want to thank all of you who supported the Good Morning Show. And I hope you all come and watch the evening show. So like I said, 8:15 p.m. starting Monday. Once again, thank you. Good morning. I hope you have a good day. And gonna do it. So thanks for coming in.